He found the voice note by accident. That was the strange part. It was not saved under any familiar name, not hidden in any folder, not something he remembered recording, and yet it was there sitting quietly inside his phone as if it had been waiting for him to finally notice it. It appeared on a night when everything felt unusually heavy, when his thoughts were too loud and his room was too quiet, when the air outside carried the kind of silence that felt like an omen. He had not been looking for anything in particular, he was only trying to distract himself from the ache in his chest, the thoughts he didn't want to think, the memories he had been avoiding for months. His thumb moved without intention, and suddenly there it was. Voice note 08. No date. No sender. No timestamp. Just a cold, unfamiliar title staring back at him. At first he assumed it was a glitch. Phones record random audio, sometimes nothing unusual. But something inside him whispered, listen. Maybe it was curiosity, maybe it was intuition, maybe it was the part of him that already knew the truth long before he was ready to face it. He pressed play. And he heard himself. Not just his voice, but his breath, his hesitation, his trembling whisper, like someone recording in the middle of breaking. Please, the voice said, if you ever hear this again, promise me you'll keep going. You don't know it now, but everything you're feeling tonight won't stay forever. You won't stay like this forever. His heart stopped. He watched the screen, his body frozen, as the voice continued speaking words he had no memory of saying. You'll think the world is ending, but it's not. It's just asking you to let go of the things that are hurting you, let go of the things that are draining you, let go of the things that keep telling you you are not enough, you are enough, you always were, you just forgot. His throat tightened. He checked the date again, nothing, no metadata, no file size, no creation time, nothing at all. It was impossible, completely impossible. He pressed the phone closer to his ear. The voice trembled again. Something will happen soon, something that will shake you, something that will feel like a door slamming shut, but I need you to understand it's not punishment, it's protection. Some people leave because they have said everything they were meant to say, some stay only long enough to give you a push you couldn't give yourself, some break you so you can finally rebuild in a way you won't break again. He felt his eyes burn. This was his voice, but it wasn't him. It was him from somewhere else. Some other version. Some other moment. Some other pain. He whispered to himself, when did I say this, when did I ever record this? But the voice note had no answers, only truths. He continued listening, the sound trembling like a confession made in the dark. You keep wondering why some people walked away, but someday you'll see it clearly. They could not stay in places they had already outgrown, and neither can you. And I know you don't believe it yet, but one day you will look back and everything will make sense. The universe is not against you, it's realigning you. You're not being punished, you're being redirected. Another silence followed, a long-held breath. Promise me you'll hold on, promise me you'll give yourself one more day, and then another, and then one more after that. I know you're tired, I know you're hurting, I know you're pretending to be okay when you feel like collapsing, but you won't stay here, I promise you won't stay here. He covered his mouth, trying not to break. He didn't remember recording any of this, and yet every word was exactly what he needed tonight, exactly what he had been struggling with, exactly what he had been hiding from everyone around him. He pressed rewind, replayed the fragment again and again until the words carved themselves into him. Then suddenly the voice changed. Softer. More fragile. Almost as if the older version of him was afraid of what he was about to say. You're going to lose someone you thought would stay forever, and it will hurt more than anything you felt, but the pain won't be punishment, it will be clarity. You'll realize you were holding on to someone who was already letting go, someone who loved you only in the moments that were convenient, someone who wasn't meant to walk with you into the next version of your life. He froze. A name flashed in his mind. A face. A goodbye. A memory he had been burying under distraction. The voice continued. You'll want them back for a while, you'll believe you can't exist without them, but you will survive the nights you think are impossible, you will outgrow the emptiness, you will outgrow the version of yourself that needed their approval to feel whole. One day you will thank the universe for removing them, because losing them is how you will find you. His hands shook. He wanted to pause it. Stop it. Turn off the phone. But he couldn't. He needed to hear the rest, even if it tore him apart. So when you're listening to this again, the voice whispered, know that you made it, you survived the night you thought would end you, you survived the goodbye you never wanted, you survived the version of you who recorded this voice note. That version is gone now, you're stronger now, softer but stronger. He inhaled sharply. The final seconds of the audio played like a heartbeat slowing. And if you ever find this someday by accident, know this: you are not lost, you were never lost, you are just in the middle of becoming someone you promised yourself you would become someday, and I am proud of you, I am so proud of you. The recording clicked off. Silence filled the room. But it wasn't the same silence as before. This silence felt alive. Warm. Almost protective. He stared at the screen, replaying the message in his head, feeling something shift inside him, something old breaking, something new unfolding like a slow sunrise. He didn't know where the message came from. He didn't know when he recorded it. He didn't know how it appeared on his phone without a trace. But he knew one thing. It came when he needed it. Maybe from a past version of himself. Maybe from the universe. Maybe from the part of him that knew he would one day fall apart and would need a voice to guide him home. He replayed the ending again. You are not lost, you were never lost. For the first time in months he felt it. A small quiet breath of relief. A moment of calm. A hint of hope. He didn't know what tomorrow looked like. He didn't know how long it would take to heal. He didn't know what the universe had planned next. But tonight, for the first time, he didn't feel alone. The last voice note had become the first message of his new beginning. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough.